Hello, happy Sabbath, friends, wherever you're watching from. It is my prayer that our God is still being true to us. Our scripture reading for today is taken from the book of Isaiah, chapter 41 and verse 10. It reads this way in my Bible: "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." May the Lord add a special blessing to the reading of this powerful word. Today I simply came to remind us, friends, we have nothing to fear. Why? For our God is with us. In life, there is so much that invokes fear in each and every one of us. It really does not matter at what age you are in your life, you still experience some fear. You may be a young person, so fearful of tomorrow, so fearful on whether you will have that spouse in your life, so fearful on whether you are going to secure a job. Why? Because we know the job market is not doing great. The economics of the world we're living in don't seem to be favoring most of us. Well, you don't have to be a young person. You may just be fearful of the political situation that we're living in. But friends, all that is something that is happening around us. But we may be fearful about things that are happening so close to us. Some of us, we are so fearful about our health. When we look at ourselves, it seems health is failing us. You have been battered with one disease after the other that you have grown so fearful. We are fearful of our tomorrow. We worry about death. We are fearful when we look at tomorrow. It's all dim and it's all gloomy. There is no hope for some of us, it feels like. We are fearful. There is fear in the air. When we read the news, that does not help us with our fears. In fact, every day, so much fear is pumped into us because we are told, be careful, there is war coming our way. We are fearful. But thank God for Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. These are not Isaiah's words. These are the words of God himself to his children. At the time, we know that the Assyrians, they were wiping out the children of Israel, and Judah was shaking in his boots, so fearful. And God sends his message by his messenger Isaiah. He says, tell them, fear not. So I have come today to people of my time to tell you, God said, fear not. Fear not is a command. God is saying, yes, it is happening in your life. Yes, there are so many things right now that are provoking fear, but fear not. Your question would be, well, how can I not fear when there are so many triggers of fear all around me? Oh God, how can I not be fearful when my life is truly on edge like this? Oh God, how can we not be fearful when everything we see, everything we hear is not good news? God simply said, be not fearful because I am with you. Now that is the answer to fear. God is simply saying, my presence is the solution to your fear. I simply came to tell somebody, God with us, Emmanuel. God is the answer to the fears of life. I don't know how many of us do it. We continue as if we have the answer. We don't cling to Jesus, who is the antidote to any fear that we may have. So he simply said, tell them not to be fearful. Why? For I am with them. And today, God is still with his people. He says, do not be discouraged. Be not dismayed. Yes, your home may not be going the direction it ought to. Yes, as at work, things are not working the way they should. You are under threat of dismissal or of redundancy or whatever it may be. God said, do not be discouraged. Why? For I am your God. This is not just a statement for your knowledge. He is reminding you that I am still sovereign. He is reminding you that I am altogether powerful. He is reminding us that he is above all gods. He is reminding that the devil has nothing on him. He is reminding you that he still owns the world. So David said, I look up to the hills from whence my help comes. Friends, God is simply telling us, do not be fearful, number one, because I am with you. Do not be discouraged. Why? Because I am your God. God's people have no reason to be fearful. Why? Because what we have is more powerful than what is out in the world around us. That God says, I will strengthen you. I know there is somebody today who needs the strength of the Lord. Yes, you are tried, you are tempted, you are battered, you are bruised, but there is strength in God. Yes, I will help you, God says. There is need for help today. The world is not favoring God's children, but God's children have more help than the world has. Now, you see, friends, I keep saying we do not belong to the leaders of the world. We do not put our trust in the leaders of the world. We put our trust in God, for he alone knows what we need. He says, yes, I will help you. He says, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. In other words, I will uphold you with my victorious hand. In other words, I will give you sustenance. You will be sustainable. I will give you protection. I will give you that which you are after with my righteous hand, a hand that does not fail. Our friends, let me put it this way. One day I was with my son and we went to a theme park as a family. When we got there, you know there are different rides. Some of those rides, they are so scary. And I turned to my son and I said, son, would you like to go on that ride? Happy to pay for you to go on it. I had no plans to be on the ride, by the way. But when my son looked at it, fear came upon him. Friends, do you know that when we look at the problems, fear does creep up on us? When we look at the situations of our lives, fear grips us. He said, no, Daddy, I can't do it. He was so scared. But I could tell that there was something in him that still wanted to be on the ride. Fear came upon him. But when I told him, son, I'm going to come with you, I will be with you, somehow his fear was displaced. Somehow confidence was injected in him. Somehow he had trust that everything is going to be all right. And here is what God is saying. When you look at problems, they will look bigger. But when you remember that my presence is ever with you, friends, that will disappear. I have come to tell somebody health is failing you. But remember, God is ever present in time of trouble. He alone is able to displace the fear. Yes, when you look at tomorrow, it looks pessimistic, but God's presence makes our future bright. Yes, somebody said, because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Why? Because he is with us. Oh, friends, we went in that ride and my son enjoyed the ride. Why? Because I, his daddy, was there with him. Friends, God is with us. And that God has made promises that we ought to take advantage of. That he will give us strength. That he will help us. That he will uphold us with his steady, righteous, untainted, strong, powerful, victorious right hand. That's the dominant hand of God. So, no weapon formed against God's children will prosper. We have nothing to fear except we should forget where the Lord has brought us from. I simply came to tell somebody, God is still here. So do not be fearful. We have nothing to worry about. May God bless us as we go about our business today. Happy Sabbath.